comes to editing, instead of offering you this kind of engineering or operator kind of audio editing, or like redrawing waveforms, etc., and lots of DSP algorithms, there's plenty of programs that do that. We offer a really beautiful comping editor. So in this case, the composer, Tobias, 6 different tracks of his vocal. And it's just as easy for him to comp that together as to decide that, oh, now he'd like to hear that part of that word in that take and this word in this take. And let's see, he really sounded better here in this take. And then, well, maybe this should have, you know, a crossfade here. So we can just apply it like that. So everything's context sensitive. Again, you're not seeing dialog boxes, you're not being confronted with settings. It's just that in the interface itself, it's allowing you to do what you need to do right on it. That was another imperative for this product, that we thought it was. Recording done right is what we say. It's just super simple. If I say create track now, and it just creates an audio track, if I have my guitar plugged into the interface, I can just start playing. It's not asking me to name it. It's not saying, where's your scratch disc? There's almost no interruption of the creative flow. And later, all those audio files are wrapped into one session file. It's not a separate folder of audio files and crossfade files. Everything is in one file. So you can never become separated from your media, or where's this file or where's that sound. Again, those kind of the things we've learned to live with, the management of memory, management of hard disk space, management of where is everything, is eliminated in this program. So that's another little handy deal. Also, I mentioned plugging a guitar in. If I just hit this little tuner button here, now I have a tuner on every channel, so I can easily tune in. So it's pretty nice for a guitarist to be able to do that right away. And then you'll notice that another thing guitarists will be quite attracted to is the fact that with all the effects that come with Record, Line 6 pod technology is inside the program. So if I just add this to this track, it's just going to bring me over to the rack, and here I have a pod, and what comes with the program is 3 different guitar models and 2 different bass models. But if I have some other Line 6 assets like models, if I have a tone port or a pod or an iLock with it or KB37, any Line 6 product that contains more models, I just plug it in now, and all of a sudden you'll see it detected a Line 6 product, and the next time I click on this, you'll see a long list of models. So you're able to get the tones you want. Of course, you're recording a dry signal, so you can reamp, and later while you're mixing decide to switch to another model, etc.
And if you're using an outboard pod and you decided like you wanted to mix that track down, you weren't going to have the pod later, but you wanted the affected track, can you...
You can record it with the effect, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a dry track too as well.
As well.
Whatever you need to do.
Right. Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then if you send it to somebody, the file to someone that doesn't have any Line 6 assets, it'll revert to these 3 that are offered with Record, but it'll just swap another distorted sound for a distorted sound that person doesn't have, and they can do work. And when it comes back to you, it remembers that track was originally cut with that. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's very nice that way. And also, if the other person that you send it to works in 9624, 96K sample rate and 24-bit resolution, and you have a more Redbook system of 44K and 16, it'll let them record at that resolution, and when it comes back to you, you don't even care or notice what they recorded in. The program keeps track of all the formats and plays back on whatever system it's on, so it's completely format agnostic.
Can you change resolution while you're in the middle of a session if it has to be...
No. It'll accommodate multiple formats within the one session file. You can change all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you never notice that. Like, you don't have to, put that engineering hat on again and figure out, oh, what do I need to do now? So that's a really important consideration. If I start recording, this is a hardware dongle protected software, but it has a lot of differences. One difference is, let's say I start recording here, and we're recording. Well, oops, I just took my dongle out. It doesn't care. There's no problem. It's not going to freak out or tell you to stop doing anything. In fact, without the dongle even in, you can save your work. You can do everything. You can pile up your work and do work with the mixer. Every feature is completely in there. The only thing that you wouldn't do without the authorization is open a file. So it's a little bit of a twist on the whole protection thing. We're trying to encourage people to do work. If you have the demo copy, or if you're in the store fooling around with it, or you download it and you want to get to know the program, you can actually save the work you do. And then if you decide to purchase, then you have access to open the songs you've saved.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little different view of it. Also, if you forget your dongle or whatever and you go to someone's house, it's sitting there in your desktop unit and you're like, oh, I forgot it. You can just log on to the internet and do an internet verification with our site. We have a virtual copy of the key on our server, and as long as you log in there, then you're good to go and you can open all your songs.
Excellent.
So it's just another way of thinking through an important part of software, which is the protection of the software, but it's musician friendly and it's
buy the software you use, right?
Exactly. Buy the software you use. We really believe in that. We encourage that, and we think it needs a lot of education. And we're active members of IMSTA organization for that. And so this decision to do all this is based on not inconveniencing the musician, but at the same time, trying to think along those lines.
And how much is this going to retail for? I'm sure is the question on everyone's lips.
Record. Well, let me show you one more thing, and then I'll go over all the.
Oh, sure.
All the.
We also want to see how it integrates with Reason, which I'm sure you've worked out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, in other words, see, it said failed opening song because it's currently in demo mode. So, that's right. If I want to open that other song, then I'll just say, okay, now opens available. And what do I want to open? I want to go to TPC, which we're at the producers conference in LA, by the way, which is really exciting because they started in Berlin like 10 hours ago, and then Stockholm, and then London, and then New York, and here. We had 5 consecutive producers conference, and we're giving a little sneak peek of the program. So that's just really fun. So let me actually have it in my recent down here. This is a file by Josh Mobley, and he's a Reason user. So what happens when he boots Record, or any Reason user boots Record, it looks on the drive and says, oh, this person's a Reason user, has a license copy of Reason there. When it opens Record, it also brings all those Reason devices and functionality into Record. So now you have a kind of a Uber program. You have a cool version of Record that has all those devices.
So Record, in essence, kind of becomes Reason with Record capabilities?
They operate under the Record masthead, as it were. It's not like they're rewired together. There's only one program open. But it's like, if you look at the over here and I click Instruments now, oh, there's all my Reason instruments in there with all the effects that I'm used to. I have the vocoder I can finally feed audio through, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so that makes it nice. This program Record will open Reason files. So if you start songs in Reason or you have them from the past, it opens a Reason file and you continue to work and maybe do your vocals or guitar work here.